Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Elder Wisdom Info channel. Have you ever caught a glimpse of yourself in the mirror and thought, why do I look so tired today? You may be sleeping well, eating right, and doing everything to stay healthy, yet somehow, your reflection doesn't always match how you feel inside. As we age, particularly after our 60, the colors we've worn for decades might begin to have a different effect on us. What once looked polished and flattering may now seem dull, or worse, it might make us look older than we are. This shift isn't just about fashion trends, it's deeply tied to changes in our skin tone, hair color, and the natural loss of contrast in our features. In today's video, we'll take a close look at 8 specific colors that often stop working in our favor after 60. But don't worry, it's not just about what to avoid. We'll also explore great alternatives that can brighten your look and lift your spirit. Number 1. Beige and taupe tones. Beige and taupe have long been considered go-to shades for anyone seeking a refined, understated look. They're everywhere: coats, slacks, sweaters, scarves. But if you're over 60, it's time to rethink these safe neutrals. While they might seem like versatile wardrobe staples, these flat, muted tones can actually sap life from your complexion. As we age, our skin often loses some of the natural rosiness and vibrancy that provided contrast in earlier years. Wearing colors like beige or taupe, which closely mimic pale or olive-toned skin, can make your face appear dull or washed out. It's not that these colors are inherently bad, they just don't offer enough contrast to frame your features effectively. Carol, a stylish 72-year-old from Michigan, used to wear beige everything. But after swapping to richer, creamier neutrals and accent tones like coral and soft teal, she found she looked fresher, and people started commenting on how rested and healthy she seemed. Consider ivory, camel, or soft sage. Instead, they're still subtle, but far more flattering. Number 2. Mustard yellow. Mustard yellow can be fun and bold, and it had a big moment in fashion in recent years. But for those of us in our 60s and beyond, mustard may not be the friendliest color. It has a heavy, muddy undertone that can actually amplify some of the skin changes that naturally occur with age, like uneven pigmentation, sallowness, or a lack of brightness. Experts in color psychology suggest that clothing can either lift or drag down your energy, and mustard often leans toward the latter. It doesn't reflect light well and can make the face appear shadowed or even tired. Joyce, who's 74, used to love pairing mustard scarves with her fall wardrobe. But when she experimented with warmer, lighter yellows like daffodil and buttercream, her skin tone came alive, radiant, soft, and full of warmth. If you're drawn to yellow, that's fine. Just steer towards sunnier, more luminous tones that add a glow rather than dull your sparkle. Number 3. Ashy grays. Gray can be chic, modern, and sophisticated. But not all grays are created equal, especially when it comes to mature skin and hair. Ashy gray, the flat, cool-toned variety, tends to strip away any remaining warmth from the face. This can be especially problematic if your hair has transitioned to silver or white, as the overall effect becomes monochromatic and lifeless. Instead of offering contrast, ashy gray blends everything together in a way that can make you seem less vibrant. Experts often talk about the importance of contrast in creating a youthful look. It helps define your features and bring brightness to your face. Patricia, 68, had a wardrobe full of gray slacks, sweaters, and jackets. But when she swapped her ashy pieces for richer, warmer grays like slate, charcoal, or even those with subtle blue or lavender undertones, her look transformed. Her eyes popped, her hair looked shinier, and she felt more put together. If you love gray, choose deeper or more dynamic versions. Number 4. Pale pastels. Baby blue, powder pink, mint green pale pastels may seem like a gentle, age-appropriate option, especially in spring or summer. But light hues like baby blue, powder pink, and mint green often lack the depth needed to support more mature skin. These colors can create a faded or washed-out appearance, especially if your natural coloring has softened over time. Light pastels tend to blend in rather than stand out, and they rarely provide the framing effect that enhances features like the eyes, lips, or jawline. Color consultants often recommend increasing saturation slightly with age and not going bold necessarily, but choosing richer, more defined shades. Harold, 70, always wore baby blue dress shirts, thinking they made him look approachable and calm. But when he shifted to deeper tones like soft teal, denim blue, and muted navy, he noticed people told him he looked more alert and well-rested. Swap out pale pastels for more saturated tones like rose, aqua, coral, or periwinkle. They keep the softness, but add just enough punch to refresh your entire look. Number 5. Dark brown. Dark brown is often associated with earthiness, stability, and timeless style. But for many people over 60, especially those with lighter skin tones, this rich color can become too heavy. Worn near the face, dark brown absorbs light rather than reflecting it, which can cast shadows and emphasize wrinkles, dark circles, or sagging skin. It's a grounding color, but one that might ground your look a little too much. This was true for Susan, 66, who had long favored espresso-tone tops and outerwear. Though the clothes were elegant, she noticed they made her feel invisible and even a bit older. When she started incorporating lighter, warmer shades like cinnamon, burnt orange, and olive, the change was dramatic. Her face looked more illuminated, and she even reported that strangers were more likely to smile and engage with her. Instead of dark chocolate tones, try camel, bronze, or milk chocolate. They offer similar depth, but with a brighter, more flattering energy that highlights rather than hides your natural features. Number 6. Burgundy and wine. Shades deep reds like burgundy and wine are often associated with elegance, richness, and sophistication. Many people turn to these shades when they want to appear polished or dressy, especially in cooler months. But after 60, these tones can sometimes do more harm than good, particularly when worn close to the face. That's because these deep red hues tend to amplify any natural redness in the skin, whether it's rosacea, blotchiness, broken capillaries, or mild irritation. For many older adults, especially those with sensitive or thinning skin, this effect can be surprisingly aging. The warmth and depth of burgundy can highlight things you'd rather minimize, leaving your complexion looking flushed or uneven. Joanne, 73, used to wear a burgundy cardigan that she loved. But when she switched to a dusty rose wrap on a friend's suggestion, she noticed an immediate improvement in her appearance. Her skin tone looked more even, her expression softer, and her overall energy more calm and approachable. For a better effect, try soft plum, muted raspberry, or rosewood. These still carry elegance and depth, but they flatter the skin rather than compete with it. Number 7. Neon or overly bright colors. Bright, eye-catching colors like neon pinks, electric blues, and highlighter greens can feel playful, bold, and modern. But for those over 60, these colors often create too much contrast against the softer tones of aging skin. Rather than energizing your appearance, they can highlight fine lines, make skin look sallow, or emphasize a lack of harmony between your features and your clothing. Neon colors draw all the attention to themselves, often overpowering the person wearing them. This can result in a look that feels jarring or even a little off, even if the outfit itself is trendy or fashionable. Linda, 69, used to love her neon green scarf and thought it brought a spark to her wardrobe. But once she tried a soft sage instead, she realized that subtlety had more power. Her skin appeared smoother, her smile softer, and her whole outfit felt more cohesive and comfortable. Instead of chasing brightness, try deeper, richer tones like coral, deep teal, or warm mauve. These still allow for personal expression, but they support and elevate your natural features instead of clashing with them. Number 8. Pure white. White is often seen as the ultimate neutral, clean, fresh, timeless. But not all whites are created equal. And bright white in particular can be surprisingly unflattering after age 60. Stark white reflects a lot of light, which may sound like a good thing at first. However, in reality, it can exaggerate shadows, highlight wrinkles, and make uneven skin tone or age spots more noticeable. Instead of enhancing your glow, bright white can create harsh contrasts that age you. Margaret, 75, had worn white blouses for years, assuming they were crisp and professional. But when she swapped them for tops in creamy ivory, soft beige, or buttercream, she was shocked by how much better she looked. Her skin tone seemed more even, her eyes warmer, and her overall appearance more rested and serene. Whites with a hint of warmth or softness are far more forgiving and flattering. Look for shades like ivory, pale dove gray, or eggshell. They still offer that clean, elegant feel, but they do it in a way that flatters rather than exposes. Final thoughts. Let's take a moment to recap the 8 colors that may be working against you after 60 and why it might be time to reconsider them. These include beige taupe, mustard yellow, ashy gray, pale pastels, dark brown, burgundy/wine, neon colors, and pure white. Each of these colors carries its own history of fashion and style, but as our skin tone, hair color, and facial structure change over time,